Okay, we'll do one more video on this book of the Ponzi fraud. See, nobody wants to do the research on the effects of the sickness of this shit. You're all just saying, well, let them do what they want to do, but they're in a this is the Illuminati, folks. I'm telling you, the Illuminati has everything to do with it's as simple as the collective consciousness. So how do you get people thinking like good people when they're all bad people? When they don't go to church, when they look at provocative titty women and they're like, damn, she's hot. Illuminati, that's Illuminati. She's got 10 million. This is all Illuminati has been all along. It's the Egyptian. That's why it's the Egyptian pyramid with the eye at the top. It's like see no evil, hear no evil shit. And then they cover it up with glamour, lying that's convincing and shit. And there's energy associated to it. But they're not really very good at it. It's just like convincing. It's very, very insignificant. Anyway, moving on. Let's see. We're working with this book, Building a Website for Dummies. Okay? In this chapter, creating web pages, creating web pages, and you're not that talented. Gary. Adding text and images. Oh, it's the circle too. Creating web pages. You never get anywhere in your job. So you're writing a novel, and the energy of the universe is collective consciousness, and the energy wants you to stop writing this novel, but the novel is going to be like a really good book, not a Harry Potter shithead book. That book sucks. That book's terrible. The more I realize how horrible you are for writing that book, it's fucking terrible. You're a fucking psycho. Anyway, it tells you how sick these people are. Anywho, hold up. Let's come back to here. So you're writing a novel, okay? And you are stuck here because the energy says don't give. Don't write. It's for you, but it's for them. So you're really doing a great job on the book. And then you're like being told you're like stuck in your brain and you cannot get it out. Only writers would understand. That's why a lot of these writers have formulas on how they write. But that's called programming. Has everything to do with the quantity of people who are repetitively listening or watching your movies. If you're not intelligent, but most people fall to the victim of not making their own decisions or choices. But that's another story. This energy stops you from writing and being any form of creative because a creative will take away from somebody else. What you see is what you get. Diverted. So anyway, they don't want you to write, they don't want you to give, they don't want you to create inspiration in people because the devil would actually lose and you would succeed. That's why movies suck these days. Everybody in Hollywood and industry are working with the devil energy. Understand that and you'll get an idea of why you can't write your novel, but you might be a bad person too. So it's very multidimensional. I'm sure you're changing. In this chapter, creating web pages, adding text and images, bells, ding, ding, and whistles. Could be look, listen, and feel. This is not, if you're aware of this shit, you can't be fooled by it. Working with links, tagging and tagging. Mona Van's last dinner party. The women at the party were taking photos of her to post on their pages so that she could grow her page. So these sick women, this would be Michael Rubin's wife. God only knows why you married that piece of crap. Some other lady who was weird as shit, and then I think somebody else was there. At whore, sitting there, looking illustrious. At whore on Mona's page. So she tags somebody else. But it's her picture. This is Ponzi. And then this one tags Gary V and whore. And that's criminal because there's no purpose in that except for them growing their accounts and getting one over on you. Because there's no value in what they bring to the world. There's the problem. There's no value in it. There's nothing that helps anyone. It is literally to look at them and say, wow, I wish I had that life. That's the Middle East culture, by the way. Shallow, self-centered, and disgusting. All of them. Except for Israel. But they're also a little shallow sometimes. Anywho, switching views as needed. Oh, squishies. So today we like carrots, but tomorrow they'll have sugar. But that depends on what the audience is saying. Demands. Supply and demand. But the info hasn't changed. The info is carrots are sugary. They are a sugar in the form of a healthy sugar, but not too many because your skin will turn orange. Like babies love carrots. You don't give a baby too many carrots because their skin turns orange. And that's something that will always be true, except for it doesn't sit with the whore in the audience because they're liking the carrots. So she'll change it and say, eat carrots, and then when you show up saying something, she changes it to don't eat carrots. So tell me how that works in criminal. That's not educative. She didn't say any of that. She literally doesn't say anything. She'll just say, I like carrots. And then she'll say, I don't like carrots. And that's her education. And that's her calling herself an influencer. Then Gary says, babe, my love, babe. Using projects to build web pages. Your project is erotica of your boobies and your fit check. Your project is boobies and a fit check. Your project is showing us the day in the life, the routine, your morning routine. This has to be a form of criminal behavior. You're laying in bed and you're getting up and you're starting your camera. And then you pound on the fucking table and show us your routine, which has nothing to do with anyone. And then let's move on. Creating the basic page in Coffee Cup. Font wizard, font sizes, font colors, font effects, header sizes, all bells and whistles. Font wizard, that would be Gary V watching to see what gets more shit sold versus actually looking to see what he likes to do. You like it? I don't like that font. But he doesn't like it either, but it sells more shit because it makes you feel erotic inside. Like that one, it's on the one page that I always work off of. And I don't That's the point, is the intent. There's intent. And competition.